Hiya, and welcome back to Tennis Ace. The game that teaches us that this is stream number 89. Sorry, but according to the infallible rules that I came up with when I started this channel over a year ago, we have to. So anyways, let's just hop right in. Guess we both suck. It's still broken! It's still fucking broken! Despite waking up somewhat early, I don't feel particularly well rested. Yes, I see your disappointment in this game, Amethyst. In fact, I guess I woke up might not even be the most accurate way to put it. This is episode 89, by the way. This is episode 89. There is no end. Is it really waking up if you've barely slept in the first place? Yes, that is still waking up. Despite squirming in bed for most of the night and even shoving my face into the pillow at one point in an attempt to conk myself out, yesterday's events kept playing over and over in my mind. The sound of Shoichi's strained sobs, the sight of his face matted with tears, the feeling of his claws digging into my arms as he clung tightly to me. When I closed my eyes, I could still vividly recall all of it, and the thought of it didn't let me sleep. A part of me felt guilty that I'd come down on him so hard the morning before his match. Logically, I knew that me refraining from doing it wouldn't have changed anything. It was a foregone conclusion, but emotions rarely ever work that way. Instead, I eventually got up a good 15 minutes before my alarm and started getting ready for school. For whatever good it'll do me going there today, I suppose. In the meantime, I cooked breakfast for Aki and I while the two of us chatted about what we'd be doing later. I usually wouldn't think too much of it, but while Aki seemed cheerful enough, something about his attitude seemed a little off.
Hello everyone. Sorry it's been a while. I wish to see the Northern Light and password, but unfortunately I miss it. Crying cat face. Hopefully I will see the whole password stream.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Amethyst. It's been 2 months. Password will be tomorrow, assuming we can get through the entire Haruki update tonight. And maybe that's why I decided to be a bit more insistent with making conversation than I normally would. I don't know. I don't really want to miss out on practice. I could easily drop by tomorrow instead. You said the same thing last year, and you ended up not coming to any of it. It's just a school festival. It's not a big deal. It's my last festival, so it's a big deal to me. Then how come you didn't help your class with organizing, or offered to work at their restaurant? Shoni told me about it, you know. He what? Shoichi? Mind your own business. That's, it's not the You don't get to say it's a big deal to you if you don't even bother helping out. You don't have to say it like that. It hurts. Aki-kun, sometimes your words are really sharp, you know. Don't complain about that either. You're the one telling me to care about something you clearly don't. I get it already. Please have mercy on me. So mean. Aren't you supposed to be the younger one? What gives? Hey, Aniki? What's up? Is Shoichi going to be okay? I fucking missed Akiyoshi. Fucking missed him. Fucking missed him. He's crazy. It's terrifying. It's fucking terrifying. Shoichi going to be okay? Huh? Is that what the weird mood is about? I think so. How have you been worrying about that all this time? I'm not worrying. Yes, you are. You've been weird all morning. No, I haven't. You're oddly stubborn about this. You're oddly stubborn about this kind of thing. Okay, maybe I'm a bit worried about Shoichi. Yesterday must have been a blow to him, no? Hey, Shoichi himself said it wasn't a big deal, remember? And he was fine by the time we came home yesterday, wasn't he? Well, yeah, but honestly, I'd rather not make Aki worry for no reason. I don't even know what to think of the state I found Shoichi in yesterday. The last thing I need is for Aki to worry about it too. Shoichi's fine. You worry too much. Besides, the festival is such a busy time of year, and this year's competition came right before it. Odds are he'll be too busy to even think about it this week. You think so? I'm sure. Or at least I hope. Good morning. Mom? You're still home? Yes, I got some time off, and... Do we have any coffee left? Oh, never mind, I found it. There's sugar Ugh, so sweet. Yeah, as I was saying, Aki said he wanted some, so he put sugar in the pot when I wasn't looking. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. It's fine. I'll just make myself another pot. Still, what were you saying again, Mom? You got time off? Oh, yes. We got some funding cleared that allowed the office to hire a few new employees. And since I haven't taken time off in a while, they told me to take today off. That must be driving you up the wall, huh? I admit it's a little strange to not be at work. Yeah, no kidding. I haven't seen you take it easy and... Actually, I don't know if I remember seeing you take it easy before. That's concerning.
It's time to drink water.
By the way, sweetie.
It's time to drink water.
When would be the best time for Aki and I to drop by?
It's time to drink water.
First day's only for students, right?
It's time to drink water.
Yeah, it is. Don't worry. I'll let you know when the best time would be. But Mom! I already had... I hope you're not trying to say that you won't be going, dear. This is your brother's last festival in high school, and we already couldn't make it last year. We can't not show up. Yes, ma'am. Ha! Victory sure does taste sweet. They're not as sweet as that coffee. That thing is the stuff of nightmares. Will you boys be heading out soon? Yeah, I finished with the dishes a few minutes before you got here. Although, sorry I didn't know you were home, so I didn't make anything for you to eat. There's rice in the rice cooker, but that's about it. Don't worry about that. I can whip up something quick for myself. You two get going. I probably should. It's getting kind of late. And unlike Aniki, I actually have class today. Ha! Sucker! How can you be so immature? I don't know. Can't hear you over the sound of my week off. Now I want to visit your school even less. Yuichi-kun? Please don't antagonize your brother. But it's so fun! Yuichi. Okay. Sheesh, can't even take a joke. I heard that. Oh, and did you boys remember to pay your respects to your father? Especially you, Yuichi. This festival is important. I'm sure your father would have wanted to be part of it. Don't worry. I've covered that already. Say hi to Dad and all. Anyway, said hi to Dad and all. Anyway, we should probably get going, Aki. But you don't. Well, that is disrespectful. I have a feeling that what he did was disrespectful. But then again, this is Yuichi Michimiya that we're talking about. There is not a single ounce of respect in him. He is not respectful in the slightest. There is not a single ounce of respect within Yuichi Michimiya. I grab Aki by the arm and lead us to the front door, barely even stopping to pick up our school bags by the way. School bags on the way. Above all, I just don't want to stick around for the awkward conversation that I'm sure I'd be forced to have otherwise. Please don't do that again. You'll crinkle my uniform. You just got yanked out the door by an athlete, and you're worried about your uniform. How? You got... He could have dislocated your shoulder, and you're worried about your fucking uniform. How the hell? Small baby, easily yeetable. Yeet the baby. Kick the baby. Don't kick the baby. Kick the baby. Please don't do that again. You'll crinkle my uniform. Your uniform will be fine. Why did you lie about checking on Dad? haven't touched his shrine once since school started. It's complicated. The whole thing is a bit of a mess. I love Dad, and there's not a single day I don't miss him, but I see what Mom is like. I don't want to be like that. Spending the rest of my life feeling chained to someone that's not here, getting stuck in place like that. Even just looking at Mom, I can't help feeling suffocated sometimes. The whole thing makes me uncomfortable. Complicated how? I don't see what's the big deal. Dad really loved us, didn't he? He sure did, buddy. Whack! Careful! You'll mess up my fur! I pet Aki perhaps a little more forcefully than usual, trying to disguise my conflicted feelings on the subject as best I can. This just isn't a conversation I think I can have right now. Don't worry, Aki. You'll understand when you're older. No fair! Why can't you talk about it now? Nichan is tired, okay? I didn't sleep very well. Yeet the Aki. No! Don't yeet the Aki. Yeet the baby. No! You don't look tired. You look sad. Nah, I'm not sad. Like I said, I'm just tired. What would I be sad about? You promise? Of course I do. It's not too late for me to go get the bucket, you know. Would you knock it off with the bucket thing? Jeez, where did you even get that from? Want to? Of course you did. Remind me to install parental controls on your phone later. I'm not an idiot. Why would I do that? This is exactly why. An hour later. The fabled bucket of justice. I take a walk around school grounds, only half looking for my friends while I investigate and look into what people are doing. The site should be familiar to me by now, but every year the stands and venues are slightly different to the point it feels just fresh enough. Hiya. The only thing that's hard to get used to is how much busier the school seems to get. Feels as if the number of students doubles whenever school festival time rolls around. Maybe because most people are out of their classrooms at the same time? Who knows? Okay, I'm curious. Just place your answer in the chat, or comment if you're watching this on YouTube. Who is more yeetable? Yuichi or Aki? Yuichi or Akiyoshi? We are in Haruki's route. Who is more yeetable? Yuichi or Akiyoshi? Like, who should we yeet? All I know is it's relaxing to walk around watching them, and also maybe a little bit claustrophobic. In the meantime, I got to meet up with basically everyone. Yuichi because he deserves it, Aki hands down, Aki. Oh no! Shoichi was the easiest to find, being near the front gate and directing some students putting together a booth for their classroom's exhibit. I tried stealthily checking in, but he figured out what I was hinting at right away. In fact, he almost seemed annoyed that I'd be asking how he's doing when he's this busy. So he assured me multiple times that he was fine and too busy to think of anything else before brushing me off and sending me on my way. Throw the bucket at Yuichi. Oh no, let's yeet Haruki instead. No, but he's funny. Other than that, I bumped into Keikun going down the stairs, but he was cryptic about what his class was doing. I kind of pieced together that it was some kind of movie theater, maybe? Keisuke did say they were taping black reflective paper or something of the sorts over the windows because they needed near total darkness. So that's my best guess. Saya-chan didn't acknowledge me much when I ran into her either. She basically ran past me muttering, I'm late, over and over, and didn't even stop when I called out to her. Finally, June was the only one that actually gave me some attention, if barely. We talked for a few minutes and he seemed excited to show off his waiter uniform, but class rep quickly whisked him away to get back to work. She even tried to rope me into it, but I managed to come up with an excuse, as well as running out before she could say anything about it. So I'm safe. Let's see, what else even is there for me to do? I feel like I've covered most of the school grounds by now. Since it's only set up for tonight, there isn't anything actually open. Wish I could skip showing up today entirely, honestly. What am I even supposed to do here? I know if I ask just about anyone, they'd tell me to pitch in and do some work, but that's the last thing I want to do right now. I almost have a full week off from schoolwork, tennis practice, and worries. Why would I want to spend it doing other work? Who knows how hard I'll have to work once I graduate and go pro. I want to take it easy when I still can. At least it'll be at least a few hours until we're all supposed to get together and walk the school grounds too. Oh god, now I'm talking to myself, not a good sign. Not to mention that the amount of people walking around is really starting to bother me. It's way too cramped in here. Maybe I should go chill at a nearby store or something until then. But just as I'm about to settle on that, I remember the one person I haven't met up with today yet. That's right, Haruki vanished entirely yesterday by the time I came back from consoling Shoichi. Sai said he followed after me and then came back a few minutes later, picked up his brother without saying a word, and they both left. The whole thing was very weird, but I was so focused on keeping my eye on Shoichi that I had put it out of mind. Let's yeet the Aki and throw a bucket at Yuichi. Okay then. I wonder where he could be. I haven't seen him at all today. It might be a long shot, but he did say he likes rooftop too, right? I've never gone up there during the festival. I wonder if the door's even unlocked. Might be worth checking. From where I was, it didn't take me long to find my way to the rooftop. Good, the door was unlocked after all. Doesn't take much looking to find Haruki in the same spot that I've found him before too. That makes things easier. For some reason, I found myself smiling at how predictable he turned out to be. Hey there. Fancy meeting you here, stranger. I approached slowly, having learned my lesson from suddenly dropping in on him in the past, announcing myself as I do so. However, Haruki barely shows any reaction. I don't even see the signature twitch of the ear that usually tells me someone heard me. Haruki? You there? Hi, bitch. This time I get a short, disinterested grunt in response. Oh no, instant deja vu. He seems to be in the same mood as a few weeks ago. What even had happened then? I think it was something about his dad's sentence. Crap, why am I having so much trouble remembering? Is everything okay there? Really? Nothing? Hello? Earth to Haruki? Pay attention when people talk to you! I lose my patience, grabbing the wolf's ears and forcefully tugging and twisting them while speaking a little louder. Ow! 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 Who the fuck? What, you? What the fuck are you doing here? I was one step away from kicking the crap out of you. Yeah, you're big and terrifying, I get it. You're also a terrible listener. At least pretend like I exist. I'm not talking to a wall, you know. The fuck are you on about? It means you need to listen when you're being talked to. Ow, 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 cut it out. This time, the wolf is a bit more forceful, giving me a hard push right in the middle of my chest that briefly knocks the air out of me and causes me to stumble. Whoa, that could have been bad if I fell. You need to be more careful with your strength. And you need to be more careful about who you're pissing off. Have you lost your damn mind? Need me to beat some sense into you to get it back? No thanks. That doesn't sound like the most productive way to spend a Monday morning. Can we reschedule? What the fuck are you saying? Have you actually lost your mind? Not at all, but it does seem like you've lost yours. Why so spacey? Spacey? What is that even? You're grabbing onto the fence, staring out into nothing, and ignoring all attempts at communication. What else am I supposed to call it other than spacey? How about none of your business? I already had that last week. I'm good. Again with the nonsense? Nonsense is good. Nonsense distracts and disarms you. Petty ass bitch. Yeah, I'll go ahead and allow that. He is extra sassy. What, did you expect me to learn nothing from our previous interactions? Still, if you don't want me to make it my business, then don't go spacing out in random places. Sorry. Eh? Wait. Did I hear that right? Did I mishear because he mumbled it? That had to be right. Sorry, are you okay? Do you have a fever right now or something? Fuck off. Of course I don't. Wait, so he actually said that? Or am I imagining things? Crap, do I have a fever? What the fuck are you gawping at me like that for? And right after lecturing me on spacing out too. I did not expect you to apologize. And I'm starting to regret doing it in the first place. You think I don't know how to apologize or something? Fuck you. Seriously, why do you have to be like that? Can't you allow yourself to be likable for 30 seconds? Why do I even bother? Yeah, same song and dance as usual, I see. The sad part is that I'm starting to get used to this. So, what's the matter this time? You really are persistent, aren't you? So I've heard. Whatever, I just need to think over some stuff. What stuff? From yesterday. What else would I be thinking about? Oh. This about the competition? That's surprising. I thought he didn't care about that. I mean, he left in a hurry before I could even get back and everything. What about it? I'm frustrated, that's all. Does everyone need to have some big reason or something with you? Huh, I wonder if Haruki's the type of guy who hates losing or something. I guess that would make sense. Wait, is that? What's wrong with your hand? What's with the bandages? What? For the first time ever. Wait, is he wearing bandages? It does. His sprite isn't. See, he's being iconic. For the first time ever, my question seems to render the wolf absolutely speechless. It's not like he's choosing to ignore me. Instead, he's blubbering something incomprehensible before shutting down completely. I'd be lying if I said the sight wasn't a tad amusing, but it's also at least equally concerning. What? It's nothing. Got a slight burn last night when I was making dinner. I don't even know why I bothered bandaging it. Wait, no way. You don't bandage a burn if it's no big deal. Most people wouldn't bother with that. I don't buy it. What kind of burn would need so much bandaging in the first place? You have almost your whole hand covered. It might surprise His Highness to know, but I'm not exactly good at this. You know, it's not like I have to bandage myself often. I went with what was easy. Are you going to interrogate me about everything now? Fucking hell. Yep, he's about as unfriendly as can be. Then again, I should have expected that knowing how prickly he can get when questioned. Although I can't quite put my finger on it. Something seems different. In the first place, he's putting up with a surprising amount of questions, isn't he? How did that even happen? You scald yourself when making soup or something? What does it matter? It's not important. It's taken care of anyway. Say to yourself, I have a lot of bandage on it. No, I didn't say that like it was a good thing. It's really not a good thing at all. Now, whatever, we're going in circles at this point. If he hasn't given me a straight answer by now, I doubt he will anytime soon. All I'll manage to do is piss him off. Time for a tactical retreat. In that case, why aren't you downstairs? Did you also bail on helping out your class set up? Huh? What are you talking about? In that case? In what case? What does this have to do with anything? Nothing. I changed the subject. Wait, also, are you lumping me in with you again? Why else would you be up here instead of working? They didn't want me there. They? Who's they? And does this mysterious they have a name? Are they here with us right now? Fuck off. I'm talking about my class, you dense motherfucker. Your class? Of course! What else would I be talking about, moron? They didn't want me there, so I left. How's that so hard to get? They didn't want you there? You don't mean... I mean, they kept shooting me looks and whispering to themselves when I showed up to help. I didn't stick around for long after that. Ugh, are you kidding me? Can't you people at least be subtle about it? It's not like he even did anything! But then again, wasn't I the same way until a few weeks ago? People see what they want to see, huh? I hate that this keeps making more and more sense to me the more that I think about it. Then why don't you hang out with us instead? Us? What us? I don't see anyone else around here. Does this us have a name? Are they here with us right now? Now you're doing this on purpose to mock me, aren't you? Of course I am. Stupid idiots deserve to be mocked for being stupid idiots. You are so utterly unlovable. Holy shit. Obviously, I'm talking about my friends. We're all going to get together in a few hours to hang out. I'm asking if you want to come with. Your friends? You mean the ones from this weekend? The same? Fuck no. Why not? Because I said so. Can't you at least give me a reason? I can. And I said that I can, not that I would. God damn. He's so aggressive. Seriously? Why are you like this? You might actually have friends if you didn't act so standoffish all the time. Who says I need friends? Society. Society is begging you to learn how to make friends, dude. Come on, what's the big deal? Are you telling me you didn't enjoy yourself at all with us on Saturday? You kidding me? Think I'm a sucker for punishment? It would take a special kind of nut job to enjoy themselves being surrounded by people who clearly hate them. Hate you? Where did you get that from? Think I'm slow or something? They made it pretty clear. It wasn't that. Are you fucking with me now? Not that bad. Do I need to remind you that that bunny literally threatened me? Hey, you can't really blame Saya for that one. It's not like you weren't implying the same. Not the fucking point. Unless the point is that you're being a hypocritical jerk, then I would say that it's entirely the point. I'd rather be on my own anyway. I don't need all that noise right now. Besides, if I came with, your friends would be all on edge and shit. That'd be bad when you're trying to enjoy yourselves. Wait, I didn't imagine that one either, did I? Damn it, Yuichi, you dense fucker. I'm putting on a blanket. I'm in a blanket right now. Wait, I didn't imagine that one either, did I? Is that his way of being thoughtful? Did you hit your head somewhere? You're so not acting like yourself. Crap, I can't even stay annoyed at him after hearing that. Then how about some company until then? It's not like I have anything better to do anyway. Pass. But I need to think over some shit. I can't do that with you yapping away at me all day long. I'd rather be left alone. Yapping? I don't yap. That's ridiculous. Saya would win. I was starting to think you were being nice. Why do you have to go and ruin it? Can't you let the mood be good for 10 seconds? Ugh. This guy makes me want to hit my head against a wall. Whatever, I don't have the energy to keep arguing. I'll go do something else. I let out a loud sigh, turning around and making my way to the door, trying hard to keep me from letting frustration overtake me. Thanks. Hey, yo! A few hours later. From there, the rest of the day was surprisingly uneventful. As boring as it was roaming around on my own, I managed to keep myself busy until the agreed upon time. When we finally got together, the 5 of us toured the school grounds, admiring the finished booths and even checking in on the ones that had opened early. Jun insisted on going around in his waiter uniform. Seems he became quite fond of it. At some point, we found a small booth that Ryoji-kun, of all people, had set up. It seemed that he had some rare keychains from some old game released years ago, not that I recognized it. Either way, he seemed to really want one, and when Ryoji-kun offered up a discount if we bought the last remaining 4 he had, we agreed to chip in and each get one to make it cheaper on June. Except for Saya, who insisted on buying a keychain with some cutesy girl wearing a frilly pink dress instead. It was fun, of course it was. I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy myself. Yet, for some reason, I kept thinking back to Haruki-kun and how out of it he seemed today. Is he going to kill us? Is he going to murder us? Or maybe out of it isn't the right way to describe it, but I don't know. He was still a crass, annoying, standoffish jerk, but he also seemed a lot milder today. And then there was the thing with his hand being bandaged. Something about that scalding excuse sounded weird to me. Ugh, why am I wasting so much energy thinking of that jerk? Why can't I stop worrying something's off? What the hell, Yuichi? Get a grip! June 1st, day 17. Walking around the school grounds, I try my best to enjoy the last day of festivities before everything goes back to normal. I did not do that. Actually, I did. I don't know. I say try because this festival ended up being a lot less lively than I remember them being. I don't know if it's because everyone was a lot busier this year, or maybe this is just a melancholy talking. Either way, even visiting all the different stands, trying different foods and activities, chatting with some of my classmates when I happen to run into them, it all feels the slightest bit off. In fact, everyone's so busy that I barely managed to talk to Saya, Keikun, or Jun since Monday. I did hang out with Shoichi for a bit yesterday, but, well. We took part in a little cooking class as a pair, but his insistence on fixing things and messing with the recipe yielded a final result that rightly be called food. Even the instructor couldn't keep a straight face when she saw it. She was polite enough not to refuse to try it, but, well, I just hope her family can land on their feet. I probably should have tried harder to run interference and keep Shoichi from tampering with the recipes. But I was too out of it to notice half the time. Other than that, I didn't really get to spend time with anyone. Keikun was too busy with his class exhibit and even outright refused to let me visit. Saya told me she was running errands for her class's exhibit for most of the festival in June. In this case, it's less about June and more about I can't rightly show my face in our class right now. Even I wouldn't be able to shrug off the glares being thrown my way. Other than them, I haven't seen Haruki since Monday either. I'm not even sure if he's shown up the last few days at all. He did say his classmates didn't seem to want him around. I tried asking Keikun about it since realizing the two are in the same class, but the hair merely bit his lip and looked away from me. If even he can't deny that as a fact, then I can't say Haruki is being too sensitive or overreacting. The whole thing left a bitter taste in my mouth that I haven't been able to get rid of until now. Won't do, the roof is too short. People can hit their heads on the overhanging beams if they're not careful. As I'm passing by the area near the gym building, my attention is caught by the sound of a familiar voice barking out a little louder than I'd expect here. No way! They'd have to be way too tall for that. I almost hit my head coming here, and I assure you there are people that... there are taller people than me in this school. Add in parents, family members, and the general public, and you have a hazard here. You need to fix it. Are they arguing? I tried following the sound, noticing a mass of passing students and other attendees turning to watch the commotion as they too passed through. We'd have to take our stand apart and rebuild it taller. There's no way we can do it on the last day. Then you shouldn't have disregarded our warnings. You were informed about this issue on Monday evening. You all could have stayed a little later and fixed it if you wanted to. I don't remember any warnings. Now, lying's no good. You'd think we wouldn't have a proper trail for this kind of thing. I stop in my tracks once I realize the familiar saber cat is the one behind that commanding voice. He's standing tall in front of a group of students, tapping what seems to be a clipboard as he shrugs off their glares and unfriendly glances, as if not noticing them at all. Kiga scares the shit out of me. I have a copy of the formal warning you received right here. Miyazono-san, one of the student council, delivered it to one of you at 6:30 p.m. on Monday. Here, one of your classmates even signed it. That's... The leader of the student group, a skunk that stands about a whole head shorter than the saber cat, despite being the tallest one in his group, recoils at the accusation, gritting his teeth and looking down at his feet. You wouldn't still deny not knowing about the violation despite that, would you? It was late. We decided to show up extra early in the morning to fix it, but... You forgot and thought you could go about it no problem despite that? It's not that big a deal. Say that to the 3 students that complain about hurting their heads, and that's only the ones that actually filed a complaint. This isn't the first time you've been reprimanded about it either. I know Takafumi-kun also dropped by yesterday to speak to you all about it. Did you really think you could intimidate a student council official into leaving just because he's a freshman and have it be okay? By this point, most of the skunk's classmates that had been standing in support behind him have now started to trade uncertain looks among themselves. It wasn't intimidation, we just... Shiroi-san, maybe we should just do as they say. One of the students tugs the skunk's arm from behind, interrupting him mid-sentence to speak. By now, it's become quite clear that, despite their numbers, they can't face the saber cat. I recommend you listen to your friend, Shiroi-san. Right now, all you have to do is fix the issue, and you can resume normal operations. But if you keep pushing, I'm more than ready to get the faculty involved. I'm sure being barred from participating in club activities for a few weeks won't be all that bad, right? At that, the skunk's face pales, leaving him wide-eyed and stuttering for several seconds. You wouldn't! Care to try me? Whatever! Fine, if we just cut off the overhanging beams, they're not at head height. Will that be enough? So you'd prefer cutting off parts of your stand over rebuilding it taller? Interesting. Sure, so long as the problem's dealt with, it's no skin off my back. The offending students back away with their tails between their legs, immediately beginning work on fixing their stand, so they wouldn't be kept from operating much longer. As soon as they do, the small crowd that gathered around them slowly disbands, leaving the saber cat scribbling something on his clipboard and muttering to himself. At least that's that now for... Is that you, Yuichi-senpai? Hey there! The moment the saber cat looked up from his clipboard, he noticed me still lingering about. The change in attitude was so fast to the point of being disconcerting. Hey there, Kasama-kun! The saber cat approaches me without a second thought, a big goofy grin on his face as he does so. Did you see that? Sorry about all the commotion. Some students are being pretty difficult this year. It's no problem. I didn't know you guys had to deal with this kind of thing. Of course we do! The student council organizes the festival. Isn't it obvious it'd be up to us to supervise and mediate? Though I'll admit we're stretched a little thin. We seem to be having a lot more issues than expected. Is everything okay? Did something happen? Mostly the same petty stuff as always, but we've also had to deal with a few insane situations this time. Seems the chemistry club mislabeled some of their chemicals and somehow made some kind of mustard gas. What the fuck? They made mustard gas? I guess, not sure about that one. Some people tried sneaking homemade fireworks into school grounds, had to get faculty to deal with it. How the fuck? Mustard gas! Mustard gas! Wow! Just, wow! Whoa! Those sound dangerous as fuck! What the heck? I didn't know the student council dealt with this kind of thing. Whenever Shoichi talks about it, he only mentions the mountains of paperwork and budget stuff they have to work on. Well, yeah, someone has to. We can't met out punishment, but we still keep our eyes open and communicate with the teachers to make sure we catch people breaking major rules and the likes. There wouldn't be enough teachers to keep an eye on the whole school otherwise. I suppose he has a point. So I guess this means you haven't had time to enjoy yourself this year? That's... I guess not. Not gonna lie, I'm a bit tired and kinda sore all over, but I'll be fine. No, you really shouldn't brush off that kind of thing like it's nothing. Just how overworked are you people? I went out with Shoichi yesterday and he didn't say much more than things that were kinda hectic. What about you? I hope you're enjoying yourself at least. It's been fine. You went out with Shoichi-san yesterday, didn't you? How's he doing? You're asking me that? I thought you'd know more since he spent most of the week holed up in the student council room. I might have gotten to see him every day this week, but do you really think he'd tell us anything if he were struggling? That is honestly a great point. I hadn't considered that. So, how's he doing? Does he seem okay to you? Because I expected him to be way more bummed out about the competition results, but he seems downright peachy. Isn't that a good thing? Hell no! It's creepy. Call it intuition or whatever, but it feels fake to me. I don't know. Shoichi seems actually fine to me. Yeah, I was also worried about him and everything, but he seems genuinely okay. To the point that I already put it out of my mind. That's so. Guess I'll have to keep digging. No. The right approach would be to take my word for it, man. If that's the case, then couldn't I say the same thing about Haruki? Haru? What's Haru got to do with this? He's part of the volleyball team too, right? Shouldn't you worry about him also? You think so? Haru's not really the type to care about that kind of thing. Wouldn't surprise me if he's forgotten about it already. Wouldn't surprise you? Have you seen him this week? Not really. Like I said, I've been pretty busy. Why? Why did I figure that would be the case? Are you really sitting here lecturing me about believing Shoichi when he says he's okay, when you haven't even checked on the other person that was also involved in the competition? Still, I quickly think over how much I can tell him. I still have the feeling Haruki would have my neck if I went ahead and told someone about our conversation on the roof, even if that someone is Kiga. I decided to leave out the part about his classmates, even if that's the one that worries me the most, and only mention how he seemed distracted and out of it. As well as what he said about thinking over what happened during the competition. Oh, and about the suspicious burn on his hand. I can't leave out that part. It should be fine if it's only this much. Right? You're kidding. Haru said all that? Yep, and I haven't seen him since, so... great. Now that's all I'll be thinking about today. What's wrong with friends making us worry like this? Mustard gas. They made mustard gas. I don't know either. We both sigh, finding some mutual ground in our exasperation. Guess we both have troublesome people to deal with. If this year is acting like the last, then I'm not surprised Haru hasn't been around. You're not? Nah, he's not a huge fan of the festival. Says it's stuffy and crowded and boring. Pretty much skipped the whole thing last year. Probably only showed up on Monday because it was mandatory. Seriously, the guy is that antisocial? At some point, it should start raising some red flags. No, am I the only one that thinks so? So, I might as well give up on talking to him today. Not so sure about that. What, didn't you just say he wouldn't show up? For the regular day, sure, but he'll probably be around somewhere tonight. If not in the actual school, then somewhere in the neighborhood. At least if last year's anything to go by. And why is that? Haru likes the fireworks. Huh? The fireworks? That is such a shockingly normal answer that it actually leaves me stunned. Kiga is so expressive, I love it. Haruki likes fireworks. The grumpy, rude, easily annoyed Haruki that's always complaining about how loud I am and how I talk too much. That Haruki? That's so ridiculously ordinary that it crosses into being normally unbelievable. If it's true, it's also kind of endearing. I wouldn't have expected that. Haru's just a guy, you know? He's not all doom and gloom and edge, though he does make it really easy to believe that's the case. If it's true that he might show up, then maybe I could look for him. Just in case, it's not like I have anything better to do anyway. Thanks, I guess I might look for him. Maybe I might actually find him. Wouldn't be a bad idea. I'd join you, but I doubt I'll have the time. Oh, is that so? I'm not so sure I'd actually be able to find him without you, though. Nah, it'll be fine. I have a hunch you will. No? A hunch is no help to me whatsoever. Don't you have anything more solid for me to go on? I don't know what else to tell you. If Haru isn't around the neighborhood, then the only other thing I can think of... That favorite place of his? Nah, you remember that, huh? Was I supposed to forget? Is it a playground? I think it's a playground. I could be wrong. I'm reading something about it on Twitter. Could be wrong. I don't know. Was I supposed to forget? I'd much rather you did. Why? Can't be that bad. What? Does he like hanging out in bad places or something? An abandoned factory or something? What the hell do you think Haru is? Why would anyone want to go to a place like that? Then why make such a big deal about it? It's just a place, isn't it? Look, Haru and I went there a few times. Just a calm place for him to relax when he needs to clear his mind. There's nothing sketchy about it. I didn't say anything about sketchy. That's all on you. Why do you have that look like you don't believe me? Because you're being sketchy. If it's not that bad, then surely there's no problem with you telling me, right? It's not about it being bad. Even I'm careful about pissing Haru off too much, you know? Back when he told me, he really made it sound like it was a secret, so I'd rather not blab and have him breathing down my neck about it. I guess I'll just wander around doing my own thing. I mean, why bother even looking for a guy that might not even be around, right? Dude, you really can be an ass sometimes, can't you? Didn't you encourage me to be persistent? With Haru. Not me. Not with me. Oops. I guess I missed out on that last part. Look, just... Kiga leans a bit closer to me, whispering in my ear, as if anyone around us would even know what we're talking about in the first place, or care. Wait, that's it? That's the big secret. What was all the fuss about? I told you there wasn't anything weird about it. Actually, you said there wasn't anything sketchy about it. Don't go around taking back what you actually said. I'm not that easily fooled. If he's not around the neighborhood, then he'll definitely be there. There's no way he could watch the school fireworks show from there, though. I know. That's why I say he's bound to be around here somewhere. You're the one who insisted on asking about it. Whatever. Just whatever you do, if you do have to go there looking for him, just don't tell Haru I told you, okay? I don't know, man. That place is so out of the way. I can't just pass it off like I found it by coincidence. He'd be bound to find out one way or another. God damn it. I give the saber cat a reassuring pat on the shoulder. Not that I can do anything about it, but, well, now that I know it, I can't magically unknow it. Please don't get me in hot water with Haru. I make no promises. At least pretend a little. You want me to lie? I feel like that would be even worse. Either way, I should probably get going. I have a few more things I need to cross off my list before lunchtime, and I would rather not get behind on it. No kidding, student council work is starting to sound even less appealing than it already was. Oh, that's probably a good idea. Sorry I held you up for so long. Not a problem. I'm the one who called out to chat. Do me a favor, check in on Haru for me. If he really is in a weird mood, I'd rather he have someone looking out for him. I'll try, but we don't even know if I'll find him. The school campus is already big enough. If he's somewhere around the neighborhood instead, chances of me finding him before the fireworks go off aren't that great. Dude, you basically extorted information out of me. The least you can do is check on him as a favor to him. Now who's extorting who? Either way, I'll talk to you later, Yuichi-senpai. And just like that, Kiga leaves just as quickly as he appeared, quickly disappearing in the middle of the crowd once more. The last thing I see is him mumbling and looking down at the papers he'd been carrying. That conversation was kind of weird, wasn't it? I can't even tell anymore. I feel like I'm getting used to this guy's eccentricities. I can't even tell if that's a good or bad thing. Also, is it just me, or were there way too many for a single person to take care of? What the hell kind of workload do you people have? Still, not even he knew about Haruki, huh? Isn't this something to be concerned about? At least I have some information to go off of. I'll look around for Haruki once we get close to sundown. That should give me enough time to search the neighborhood before the fireworks go off. Though if he's not around, I don't know if I feel up to going all the way to that other place just to look for him. Seriously, why does your favorite place have to be so goddamn far away? Do you live around there or something? If so, why the hell do you go to school here? Ugh, no, don't start griping before even knowing if that's the case. No point winding myself up until I know I actually need to. In the meantime, I should look around and see if there's maybe anything I've missed out on before the festival ends. Or at the very least, see if I can run into one of my friends. I've barely seen them all week. Walking through campus grounds, I take a look at the booths near the gym. Then the ones by the annex building and on the courtyard behind the main building before I finally double back and return to it. I go up the stairs to the senior year classrooms, having not managed to find any of my friends in the meantime. I did stop on occasion to say hi to the other members of the tennis club and chat for a bit. It's not as if the time spent looking itself was wasted since I got some stuff to nibble on and had fun walking around. I'm starting to get a bit impatient when finally I spotted two familiar faces. Yet he said no. Come on, Saya-chan, please. No way. The crowd of passersby shot a few curious glances at the two arguing figures before quickly walking by and ignoring the scene. Which, honestly, I commend them for for since seeing a tall mountain of a dude borderline groveling is a sight that would normally stick with you. What's going on? Ah, Yuichi-kun, perfect. Can you please tell this stubborn ass to lay off? Hello to you too. I'm afraid I need some context here. Hey, you. Oh my god, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Hey, you, it's not a big deal. I was supposed to have a shift helping with our class's project right now, but the student council is stretched too thin at the moment, so I need someone to cover for me. And I said no. I already worked my shifts. Today was supposed to be my day off. Come on, pretty please? I swear I'll make it up to you. No means no, Sho-chan. Yuichi, help me out here, man. That's a little... No, Yuichi-kun won't help you out here. What part of the word no don't you understand? Do you need me to say it to you in a different language for it to sink in? I'll say it to you in a different language. Hinde. Hinde. No. But you don't know any other languages. Well, neither can you. Plus, I can at least scrape by with some English. That's great for you, but I feel like we're getting a bit sidetracked here. Can't you have anyone else cover for you, Shoichi? Already tried. I asked at least 4 people before Sai, but everyone had reasons why they couldn't. Surprised you took the no for an answer. Come on, Saya-chan, pretty please. I have no one else to do this. And if we don't finish this work soon, I will have to cancel with Hitoka. I already promised her we'd spend the night together before the bonfire. Ugh. And now the strong-arming. I'm not strong-arming you. Right. So just a regular guilt trip. That's not it either. I'm just explaining why it's important that I be done on time so I don't make Hitoka sad. That's all. That is the definition of guilt tripping, dumbass. Yuichi? A little help here? Oh, no. I am not a part of this. Thanks, man. You're a big help. You're welcome. Look, I sympathize, but this kind of thing is exactly why I didn't want to be involved with the student council. I already have plans. I know that, and I wouldn't ask it of you if I had any other choice, but... Are you going to talk about Hitoka-chan being sad again? What? No! I would never... You're an open book. What kind of work do you even need to do, Shoichi? Paperwork? Most of the student council members are out supervising and delivering warnings on infractions when required, but we need the paperwork documenting it. Plus, someone needs to be in the student council room to take any complaints that students might make. Doesn't sound too bad. How long would that even take to do? It depends, judging by the style of the pile when I left. Maybe an hour, 2 tops. Can you cover for him if it's only that long, Saya-chan? Seriously? Not you too? It's your class's project. Is it that big of a deal helping with it for a bit? It's not like you can account for this kind of thing happening. That's rich coming from you. You're not a part of this. Yes I am. You're the one who asked me to get involved. An hour isn't that bad. You'll have more than enough time to do whatever you want to do today. Didn't you hear Sho-chan say they need someone to stay at the student council room to take complaints? It's not like someone else is going to materialize out of nowhere to do it in an hour if they're really stretched as thin as he says. I promise you that won't be an issue. We have a few of our other members trying to figure out replacements to take over for them with their classes too. At worst, I'll have to wait until the end of someone else's shift to take over for me. And that would be around lunchtime. Which is in 2 hours. I don't see the issue. I hate you two so much right now. Either way, either do it or don't. No one can force you, but you really should stop arguing about it in the middle of a busy hallway. Even if 2 people aren't paying us too much attention, we're still getting in the way of traffic. Plus, I'm getting a little tired of people bumping on me and brushing past me all the time. Can we please get this over with already? Ugh. Fine. Thank you. But you better be back by lunchtime or I'm having you hide for this. I mean it. Yes, ma'am. Well, so much for asking if you guys would be free, I suppose. Sorry, you. Things are really chaotic right now. No kidding. I watched my free time evaporate right before my eyes. Now who's guilt tripping? You deserve it. Aye, ma'am. Just cracked my back. I quickly wave Sai and Shoichi goodbye and get back to roaming the halls looking for something to do. I suppose it makes sense that everyone else would be this busy, huh? If anything, The only reason I'm not is because I intentionally went out of my way to tell people that I wouldn't be taking part this year. And that has earned me no shortage of dirty looks over the last few days. Now I'm starting to feel a little bad. Quick, time to find something fun to do to distract me from the guilt. God damn it, Shoichi. After spending most of the day walking around and having fun, I eventually begin looking around a little more in an effort to find a certain someone. As sunset approaches, I try looking for Haruki whenever possible. Given what Kiga said, this is when he's most likely to come after all. Still, even as night falls, I have no luck. I suppose trying to find a specific person in a large campus full of people was a doomed enterprise from the beginning, but sheesh. Deciding that I wouldn't have much luck in here, I decided to take a quick look around the neighborhood. Maybe somewhere outside of school after all. It's beginning to dawn on me that a neighborhood is a really massive amount of space to walk around searching for a specific person in the middle of the night. And by beginning to, I mean holy shit, my feet are killing me. These are not walking shoes, they are murder on my feet right now. What a completely asinine idea was to wear these today. Not only that, but I'm going to increasingly sketchy places. Walking around alone at night in a borderline deserted part of town, entering alleyways and the likes. That's horror movie levels of dumb. It's asking to get stabbed. At the very least, this playground is more open, so I'd be able to see anyone coming my way. If the lamps worked! God, it's been hours. At this rate, I won't find him before the fireworks go off. What the hell What the hell are you doing? Startled, I look around for the source of the voice, nearly jumping out of my skin in the process. Instead, I search through the darkness, seeing nothing but the vaguely scary shapes of toys. Who the hell thought it was a good idea to put faces on playground rides? Hello? Is that you, Sata? Up here!
Wake up, sleepy head. The monsters in your closet crawled inside your head now. Now you gotta get up out of bed. Before they make themselves at home, lock you up inside your bones, both eyes, getting kinda vacant. My mind is under renovation, sold sign, meet my new replacement. No lie, you got me, locked up, deep inside my basement. Do it, for your entertainment. Now I gotta face it, no lie, you got me hypnotized, drowning in your lullaby, got me repeating every line, N.
I follow the voice, unnerved by the entirety of the situation and feeling the fur at the back of my neck standing up. Then I see it. Is that Haruki? On top of one of the slides? That thing is super tall. He's not even standing on the platform itself. He's standing on the roof of it. Got a death wish or something? What are you doing walking around alone at night? I could ask you the same thing. How the hell did you get up there? I climbed. Duh. Are you serious? What if you fall? You could get seriously hurt. Shut up. I don't need to hear that from you. This man is going to get himself killed one day. What the hell are you even doing up there? It has a nice view. View? You climbed on the roof of that thing because of the view? I don't think this really qualifies as a roof. This isn't a house. The correct terminology isn't the focus here. Gah, less than a minute and I can already feel my brain melting. So not the point. Seriously, why are you here? They're perfectly safe places to hang out at the school, you know. Too many people. I don't like it. So I've heard, but I figured I might as well ask anyway. So what's the plan? You'll just sit up there alone for most of the night? That was the intention. Was? Yes. My plan seems to have been interrupted by an annoying gnat that won't stop buzzing about. Okay, that was uncalled for. Someone remind me again why I'm bothering to help this guy? Alright, fine. If I'm so much of a bother, then I'll just... For fuck's sake, don't be so damn sensitive. Just get up here. Thanks, but no thanks. I'm fond of my neck being intact. Well, I'm not getting down there. I didn't ask you to. Instead, I choose to lean against the ladder to the top of the slide, directly below where Haruki had been sitting. It's okay to you? Despite not looking up, I can hear the wolf snort. You're so fucking weird. How come? I'm not an idiot. There's no way you stumbled here by accident. Why were you out looking for me? No reason in particular. Like I'd believe that. Do I really need a reason to look for a friend? Friend, huh? That's what I said. What about it? Nothing. Feel free to delude yourself if that's what you want. I don't have the energy to disabuse you of that at the moment. Oh, ouch. My poor Fifis. You call them Fifis one more time, and I'm getting down from here to kick your ass. So much for you not wanting to come down here, huh? Don't be smug. I hold back my laughter, not wanting to risk not wanting to actually risk annoying the wolf. I ran into your friend Kiga earlier today, by the way. And he's going to get murdered. He is going to get murdered. Kiga, it was nice knowing you, Kiga. Yeah? Did he talk your ears off? In a sense. I'm not going to tell him about Kiga and I talking about being worried about him. That's a surefire way to set him off. He seemed to be really busy. He was lecturing a few students when I found him. Sounds like it. He's pretty good at that. What, lecturing people? Yup. He is a member of the student council. I guess something like that, is borderline a requirement. How did you two even become friends? I already told you. Come on, seriously, you're sticking with that annoyed into submission story? If you have a problem with it, ask him yourself. The worst part is I'm pretty sure he'd also agree with you. I refuse to believe that's all there is to it. You mean to tell me you guys don't have a single shared interest? Go to the arcade often and swap music CDs on occasion. Why? What's it to you? Nothing, I was just curious. You seem to be curious a lot. Is that a bad thing? Haruki, I heard you. But you didn't... Mind shutting your trap for a bit? You talk too much. Oh. I see. Ugh, sorry. There it is again. I'm used to him being rude and pushing me away whenever I probe too much. Don't get me wrong, it sucks, but I've gotten used to it. But him apologizing for it is definitely new. Hey, is everything okay with you? Yeah. You sure? 'Cause I can't help but notice you seem a little different. You a shrink now? No. Then you don't know what you're talking about. Ouch! Straight to the point and everything. This guy really is allergic to showing any kind of vulnerability in front of other people. Alright, fine. Forget I said anything. Already have. I stand silently in my spot, wondering what I should do next. Somehow things always end up like this. Maybe Haruki is different when he's playing a game or something. But most of the time, there's just this awkward silence that I don't know how to fill. It makes me wonder if my presence really is only being a bother to him. Alright, we're going to stop a little bit for the ad. Fucking back. And yet, I still want to stick around. Because something about him gives me that feeling of not wanting to leave him alone. You should probably head back to school. Am I really that much of a bother? That's not what I said, you dumbass. I mean, won't your friends be looking for you? Not really, it's fine. All I really missed was Keisuke's band's show, and it's not like he's the one performing, so it should be fine. I'll just apologize for it later. How's the view from up there? It's fine. You looking forward to the fireworks? Yeah. I guess Kiko was right. At least that silence I was able to interpret. Geez, there's nothing wrong with other people knowing you like something. What an annoying person. Are you seriously not going to come up here? I told you, I have no intention of climbing and risking getting hurt. Fine. Hear a loud sigh, just as I'm about to look up, wondering what that was about. What? Before I realize, Haruki jumps from the roof of the slide and lands a few steps to my side, quickly falling to his knees before getting up as if nothing happened and dusting himself off. What are you doing? Are you crazy? Relax, it's not even that high. Don't be a coward. But why even jump down? You aren't going to come up, right? Uh-huh. So? Is that really a reason to do something so insane? Ugh, don't look at me like that. You'll make me regret getting down here. Seriously, there was no need to jump down. Didn't you want to enjoy the view of the fireworks up there? I already said it's fine. Would you quit being such a nag? If I'm going to have company, then what's the point of me being alone up there? Oh, is that what this is about? Shit, why is my face getting so hot? I see. Well, so long as you're sure. I am. What's going on? Why did I get so nervous all of a sudden? Shouldn't it have started by now? The fireworks, are you even listening? Oh, right. Hang on, let me check. Alright, let's see. I think the bonfire dance should be happening right around now. Shouldn't be long until the fireworks are lit. It won't be that long. Relax. Yeah. Get off my back. You know, I'm kind of surprised you're this interested in the fireworks. I didn't know you liked them. Of course you didn't. What's so surprising about that? I don't know. You just don't seem like the type. There's a type for liking fireworks? I guess not. Still, it's just neat to know that about you, I guess. Whatever you say. I know if I let the conversation drop here, I won't get anything else out of him. Even if I feel like I'm being intrusive, I'd rather ask more questions over dealing with more of that awkward silence. Besides, he already came down so as to not leave me alone, right? So, on some level, he must want me around. Which one? Ah. What do you like about them anyway? What do I like? Do I need a reason to like things now? That's not what I... They're pretty lights. They go boom. Don't know what else to tell you. Oh. At least, that's an answer. I see, that's good to know. You know, Aki likes fireworks too. Yeah, well, so does Taro. Really? Have you guys ever watched them together? Yeah. Yeah? Why don't you this year? Is he not around? No. And drop it already. But I don't want to talk about it. What did I do? Why is he angry all of a sudden? It's because you won't shut the fuck up, Yuichi. Did I do something wrong? No. Just drop it. Okay. Sorry. Whatever. This guy's way too volatile. It's like messing around with a powder keg. One wrong move and he blows up. What was this even about? I just asked a simple question. I instead pull out my phone, choosing to scroll through nothing in particular in an effort to hide my awkwardness. Not knowing what to talk about is bad in general, but I'm used to hanging out with people that are much easier to read, or at least to help with making conversation. Every single sentence I get out of this guy feels like I'm pulling teeth. I keep getting mixed messages on whether he wants me around or not, and that's frustrating. Stop that. Huh? Looking at your phone. Stop it. What? I'm just... Don't you want to watch the show? Eh? It's starting. As soon as Haruki says that, I look up just in time to catch the first few wisps of fireworks shooting in the sky. Despite being far from the school, the fireworks are still plenty visible enough. Man, I've watched the show every year, but it never stops being beautiful to watch. I watch those faraway sparks, so tiny that they might as well be mere lines flying to the sky before bursting into all kinds of colorful patterns. So many colors shine brightly on the sky for just a few brief seconds before disappearing, being replaced by different equally as colorful lights. It's like a kaleidoscope being drawn on the sky. This is, without a doubt, my favorite part of the festival. I'm glad I was able to find Haruki in time for the show. I would have been so mad if I missed it. While I watch the entire show silently, the moment it ends, I am left with a wistful feeling. Wishing that it could have lasted longer, yet also understanding that it is special because it doesn't. Man, that was really... I'm sorry. Is he smiling? I begin to speak up, but the words catch in my throat the moment I look to the side. There, I see Haruki with an expression I don't recall seeing on him before. A gentle, peaceful smile that reflects the last remaining wisps of light as he looks up. The moment I see it, I can't force myself to talk and risk ruining the moment. Even after they fade, Haruki still stands still for several moments, glancing at the night sky. Eventually, the wolf catches my stare. The hell are you looking at? I'm not on display. Nothing at all. Yeah, sure. What did you think of the fireworks? Show was pretty good this year, huh? It was okay, I guess. Heh, still can't admit you liked it. That's kind of endearing on its own way. For my part, I'll pretend not to notice your tail wagging right now. What now? Heading back to school? Hell no. What would I even do there? Everything closes down soon anyway. True, but you could always meet up with Kiga or some other friend of yours. I don't know. Nah, I need to get home and check on Taro. Fair enough. See ya. But you mean you're leaving now? Yeah, I have no reason to stick around anymore. Haruki begins walking away before even finishing his sentence, leaving me dazed for several seconds at the suddenness of it all. But then, as if he'd forgotten something, he stops a few steps ahead of me, standing still as if considering something before turning around again. Hey, is the dog doing okay? The dog? You mean Shoichi? Who else? He seems to be fine. I can't really tell with him sometimes, but at least he says he's in high spirits. I see. That's good. Don't tell me he was actually worried about that. Is that one of the things he said he has been on his mind lately? Yeah, well, if anything happens with him, let me know, okay? Whoa. I didn't expect that kind of request from him. Is he that worried about Shoichi? Maybe what Kiga said has more merit than I thought. Yes, there is an end to it. Sure, you could just talk to him, though. Hell no. I don't want to be around that jackass any more than I have to. Good night. I so don't get it. I don't get how this guy operates at all. Does he actually care or no? Can someone please hand me some kind of Haruki to human dictionary? Please? I desperately need one. Maybe I should talk to Shoichi about this on Monday when we get back to class. At the very least, I can check in on how he's doing and make sure everything's actually okay. Until then, I decide to put Haruki's confusing attitude out of mind for the meantime. And that is it for Haruki. Let me check the others. There's nothing new with Shoichi, Keisuke, June, unless another game gets updated, there will be Password tomorrow. Which, I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna go work on some shit, so stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.